Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Laz Jr. Do me one favor, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. I would gladly appreciate it. So I'm going to get into this video. 31-year-old woman has sex with a 13-year-old boy and has his baby. Let's get into it, man.
A 31-year-old woman who admits to having sex with a 13-year-old boy and then becoming pregnant with his child won't face any jail time under a plea deal with prosecutors.
11 Call for Action investigative reporter Matt Kroschel is joining us live tonight. Matt, 31-year-old Andrea Serrano was facing sexual assault charges, but accepted this new plea deal to stay out of prison.
Adam, Serrano gave birth to a baby boy. She admitted to having sex with that 13-year-old. The victim's mother, who we're not going...
I am a father of 3 girls. And I got to tell you, if this was me in a situation with my daughter, one of my daughters, Lord, in Jesus' name, I would do the right thing as a parent. But I'm just making a point, just moving right along. She was wrong. And given her situation, they look at everything. They look at the fact that, has she done this before? How many times has she done this with this young man? Does she have a history of it? They look at everything. And then they go to his side. If she was intoxicated or she was drunk, he entered inside of her. He raped her. They look at everything. And the conclusion is that the justice system, it works in the way how they negotiate certain things. That's how it works. Flat out. You got a lawyer. This young man's mom got a lawyer, and they're trying to, they're trying to figure things out. And it's like, this woman was wrong for what she did. The 13-year-old boy was wrong. He had to have known right from wrong from how I see it. If he knew right from wrong, he knew it was wrong to be alone with this grown woman. They look at everything, and bottom line, she was wrong. This young boy was wrong. He's a father to the mother, and then some would say, is he the father? They do a DNA test. I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. Oh my goodness. Let's get into it.
To identify in this story tells us she is not happy with this deal offered to a woman she says ruined her son's life.
I feel like my son's robbed of his childhood. Now he's having to be a father. He's a victim, and he's gonna have to live with that for the rest of his life.
This mother says watching her son struggle with the reality he now faces breaks her heart.
What has this been like for your son?
It's caused him a lot of depression. He's shut down a lot.
Now she questions why this woman won't face prison time.
I feel like if she was a man and he was a little girl, it would definitely be different. They would be seeking incarceration.
Yes.
And I feel like because she's a woman, they're not. They're having compassion for her because she was pregnant. But I don't think they take into play, again, she was pregnant by a child. You know, that child was created from a sexual abuse.
Under terms of the plea deal the suspect signed off on, she'll be required to register as a sex offender, and the judge could sentence her to 10 years to life of sex offender intensive supervised probation. But Serrano will avoid any jail time since the DA's office dropped the original charges to a lesser charge that does not come with mandatory jail time.
What should other parents be looking for?
Don't trust anybody, honestly. I mean, you can't trust anybody now.
The victim's family says they are looking for the next steps in this case, and they'll actually ask the courts to give custody to the 13-year-old of this baby. Adam and Lindsay, what we do know is that Serrano has a hearing coming up in May where she will learn how much probation time she'll have. Currently, Serrano has full custody of the baby. Back to you.
Wow. That's just, wow. I mean, this young man's life hasn't even really begun. And it's like, it's mind-blowing in a way. It's just like, wow. And she has full custody of this child. And yeah, she's going to pay for what she did. You know, I'm a firm believer in God, Jesus Christ. At the end of the day, he's all knowing, all hearing, all seeing. If the system don't do their job, God's going to do his job. Bottom line. Flat out. You reap what you sow. So it's a sad situation to be in. And the way the justice system works is it's set up for plea deals, negotiations, however they do it. And it's messed up. And you want to give this child to another child? Well, what is he supposed to do? The child gonna go to the grandmother of a 13-year-old boy. You know, it's funny because they never said, excuse me, it's not funny at all. My apologies. They never said if he was the father. They never said, never said that he was the biological father, as you know, meaning DNA test. So that's something that needs to be done. I'm pretty sure they have done it. If they went this far, but you never know. Anyway, long story short, it's sad. It's real, real sad. Because like she said, if it was the other way around, and this was a man that did this to a 13-year-old girl, he'd be incarcerated for sure. Just right. And it just goes to show you too that women want to be equal to us. Well, you see the time she got. You see the pleas she got. Hey, we're not equal. We'll never be equal. Anyway, what do you think? Please comment on this video. God bless.